Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into the New England Sports Center for Hopkinton Hillers Girls Varsity Hockey on HCAM. Tom Nappy on the call alongside Tommy Gaterna as the Hopkinton Hiller Dover Sherborne girls take on East Bridgewater. John Ritz on camera. Hopkinton is 1-10-1 on the season, looking to grab another win here today. Should be a good battle. East Bridgewater is 2-7 on the season, so a pretty even matchup. But Tommy, welcome to Hopkinton Hillers girls hockey. This is going to be your first look at the girls hockey team, and a lot of good schools that are part of this co-op, and they certainly have a good amount of talent.
Absolutely, Tom. Thank you for having me join you here in this girls broadcast.
And right now we're going to send it to ringside for the opening announcements.
Ice hockey team and your Hopkinton Raiders. We will start with the lineup for the visitors. In goal number 1, Courtney Spooner. Captain number 6, Riley Bain. Forward number 15, Abigail Grotman. Forward number 18, Grace Ogilvie. Defensive captain number 21, Kate Carabin. And forward number 22, Lauren McPherson. And now for the Hopkinton Raiders. In goal number 1, Riley Calora. On defense number 15, Reese Perdoni. On defense number 17, Mary Finnegan. Left wing number 7, Savannah Rivera. At center number 10, Avery Bent. And on right wing number 8, Morgan Beeler. Now if everybody could please rise if able to face the flag for playing of our national anthem.
And welcome back in to the New England Sports Center. That was the opening announcements and the national anthem, and we are just about ready for Hiller girls hockey here on HCAM. Tom Nappy alongside Tommy Gaterna, John Ritz on camera. And a correction on the East Bridgewater record. They're actually 5-6 on the season, so they're having a pretty good year, certainly right on the cusp of a playoff spot. And the Hopkinton Dover Sherborne Hillers will certainly have their skills tested today. And Tommy, just before this game, we kind of had to rush through the setup as the St. John's game against Malden Catholic went into overtime. They had the boys' game today, and quite an action-packed ending we got to witness.
Yeah, we got to witness two great teams going into overtime. And Malden Catholic had to kill a penalty just to make it out of there alive. What a great showing for both teams.
And we are underway. Hopkinton, Dover Sherborne in the white, working left to right across your screen. East Bridgewater in the maroon jerseys. Along the near side is Byler. And now coming up with it, Lucy Jean, sent across over to Rivera. Rivera looking to approach, it's sent away. A busy day here at the New England Sports Center. Wasn't a whole lot of parking available. It seems like they must have some big tournaments going on, but a lot of people here at the New England Sports Center for hockey and skating festivities.
Yeah, we forgot our VIP parking pass, didn't we, Tom?
Along the near side, Lucy Jean trying to approach, gets away from her. Here comes East Bridgewater into Hiller territory. Sent across to the far side by Barroso. In the slot, and it's sent back. Well, Hopkinton, Dover Sherborne trying to get some early pressure going. As that is off of Callie Arthur to the end boards. Arthur trying to approach it, stole away by Emma Russo. Out in front, and it's sent wide of the net. Jean jammed up along the far side corner. Russo trying to stuff it in. A good save there by Cholera. It's Riley Cholera in net today for Hopkinton, Dover Sherborne. There's a shot set wide by Caitlin Kelly. Working up the ice. That is Lucy Jean up the far side. Jean jammed up in the corner. And it is sent across. In the neutral zone, Hennigan sends it back into East Bridgewater territory. Along the left circle, good battle for it as Rivera trying to pull it out for the Hillers. Sent back to Hennigan. Well, Hopkinton, Dover Sherborne doing a pretty good job possession-wise so far, Tommy.
Yeah, they are. They had great offensive possession in their zone, in their own zone for about 10 seconds, and they really know how to move the puck. Great looking first period for them so far.
We'll have an icing call. Get a face-off at 12:06 left to go.
Neither goaltender has really been tested so far, Tom.
Certainly has. As that attempted pass is diverted. Sent out by Finnegan out along the slot. Barroso along the far side sends it back. Sent back up by Finnegan. Barroso trying to battle for it. Getting in front of her, Riley Bain. Bain racing up the ice. Sends it forward. Into the slot, sent away for now, but there's a shot out in front, and it is going to be covered up by Cholera.
Great save by Riley Cholera, Tom. Oh, there on the back end.
Some good pressure there by the Vikings as Lauren McPherson got in there. You get a face-off at 11:22. Into Vikings territory. Getting in there for the Hillers is Avery Bent. Bent trying to take it around, and it's taken away. Rivera along the far side sends it back.
Great awareness by Rivera to keep it in, Tom, on the right-hand side. They finally clear.
Into Hiller territory. Perdoni sends it up. Perdoni looking for Lucy Jean there. Lucy Jean has a lot of speed coming up the ice. The Hillers certainly going to try to get her the ball, the puck. There's a shot by Callie Arthur. It's wide.
Oh,
I'm still in basketball mode, Tommy.
That's right, yes. Yes, you did a basketball game last night, and we can forgive you for that one.
We get a face-off at 10:20 left in this first period. Along the far side. Looking to approach. Out in front. Sent up the boards. And we'll get a stoppage at 9:41 left to go. Well, we had to set up very quickly today.
Yeah, a little technical difficulty as we started. We didn't have much time, but we got these knots kinked away, and we'll be fine.
It was amazing how fast they had the Zamboni out here after that St. John's game.
Yeah, they want to move things along quite quickly here in the New England Sports Center.
Can't say I blame them. A lot of hockey they got to squeeze in.
Absolutely.
Finnegan sends that out, and there's a shot turned away. Along the blue line, it's Finnegan trying to send it up. Trying to work it up the ice for the Vikings. That is number 18, Grace Ogilvie. Popped off the boards, around the it goes. Vikings looking to get some pressure going.
Hoppington looking to clear the zone here. We had a little bit too much time in their own end.
Yeah, this is the first real possession that the Vikings have been able to keep it in Hopkinton DS territory that long. Swipe to the near side. Trying to come away with it is Spooner. Along the corner now, battle for it. Sent up the near side into Vikings territory. Lucy Jean trying to race up the ice. She's tripped up. Puck jammed along the boards. And coming out with it is Cindy French. Along the far side, sent back up by Perdoni. Lucy Jean lost her balance there. Perdoni takes a shot just wide. Your goaltender matchup, Courtney Spooner against Riley Cholera. Both goalies expected to be busy throughout the course of this game. And so far, Spooner's been the busier goalie as the Hillers seem to be getting the most pressure.
Yeah, Courtney Spooner is certainly standing on her toes so far this early stretch of the game.
Center's 7.5 minutes left here in the first period. Here comes the Vikings racing up the ice. That is French. She gets diverted. Now getting in there, Spooner. Spooner looking to approach. Sends it back. Sent up by Rivera. Back down now go the Vikings. Arthur along the near side corner gets it out. Rivera going to be diverted. In front of her was Tegan O'Connor. And this East Bridgewater team, they have some good goal scorers. The team leader is Abby Gropman with 7 goals on the season. And then they have Grace Ogilvie with 5 goals on the season. So those will be two to look out for if you're the Hillers.
Absolutely. The Hillers will have to be on their toes to watch those two girls. They're prolific goal scorers.
This East Bridgewater team, they've had some tough opponents as well, been pretty well battle tested, as has this Hiller team. Racing up the ice, Finnegan. Finnegan along the corner. And now just jammed up in a good back and forth battle. Puck squirts out. The Vikings come out with it. Racing up the ice, that is Groteman, and we'll have an offsides call. We'll get a face-off at 5:38 left to go. John, can you make sure your cell phone's not connected to this Wi-Fi?
We've had a great forecheck battle here so far, Tom. Two teams, very defensive game so far.
Absolutely. Perdoni. Sends it over. Callie Arthur gets it over to Barroso, who's going to take a shot just wide. Sent along the far side. It seems like a very even matchup. Both teams kind of skating at the same speed and battling it out. A lot of tie-ups so far.
Absolutely. Despite their team's records, this is seems like an evenly matched game so far, Tom.
Here comes the Hillers. Along the far side, that's Rivera. And puck squirts out towards Arthur. Now to Barroso. And we're going to get a high stick call.
Can mention very clean game as well. We're about 10 minutes into this period now and no penalties called. That's always a good thing.
Yes, relatively clean game so far. Well, you don't see as many penalties on the girls' side as the boys' side. A little less physical.
Well,
most of the time.
As I'm starting to learn, that's true.
I have seen some heated games on the girls' side, that's for sure. East Bridgewater looking to build up some pressure. Jammed up along the near side as Byler sends it up. Good send away by Byler. Here's Caitlin Kelly with it. And her attempted pass is diverted as Rivera got a piece of it. Hillers looking to attack. Set wide by Finnegan. Along the corner, swing and a miss there by Rivera. Up the ice go the Vikings, and we'll get an icing call at 3:46 left to go in the first period. Be sure to stick around at the intermission breaks. We'll have the latest Hiller highlights, plus much more. Some great highlights to look at from last week, and you'll get to see them all during the intermission breaks of this game. Sent up the far side. A one-on-one coming up the far side as Church trying to work it into Hiller territory. Now Ogilvy with it. Matched up with Rivera. Ogilvy sends it up. Sent across by Avery Bent. Here comes Byler, and it's covered up. Another good shot there. Hiller's finding some good openings.
And a good stop by Courtney Spooner again in net. She's been well aware of the intense barrage that the Hopkinton Hillers have been giving her, and she's been standing in tall.
Off the face-off. Along the near side, handled by Arthur. Looking to cross it over. Get a piece of it, was gone. Well, one thing the Hillers have been doing better and better at as the season has gone on is keeping it in the offensive zone and avoiding attacks. They've done much better with the possession game as Carabin sends it up the far side. Hannigan sends it back up. Here comes the Vikings. With it is McPherson, and she'll take a shot. A little too high and wide there. Jammed up along the corner now. Getting a piece of it, Norrid, sent back down. Back and forth we go. Into Vikings territory. Just under 2 minutes left to go here in this first period. Deflected off the boards, and getting in there is Barroso. Barroso's come up with a couple nice steals so far in this game. Hennigan looking for Barroso along the end boards. Puck squirts out, Lucy Jean with it. Approaching, wrister a little high. And it's going to be covered up by Spooner.
And that was a good shot. It had the right idea, just wide though.
This faceoff comes at 1:25 left to go here in the first period. Well, Hopkins and Dover Sherborne captured their first win. It was last Saturday against Ursuline Academy. A nice 4-2 win. Very even matchup in that game, and the Hillers played very well. And then they went back and forth with Auburn on the road this past Wednesday. It was a 3-2 Auburn win, but a great battle. Here comes Lucy Jean. She'll take a shot, and it glove saved by Spooner. Lucy Jean, a sophomore out of Hopkinton. East Bridgewater, also a co-op program. They have athletes out of Bridgewater, Raynham, Southeastern, East Bridgewater, of course, and Middleborough. Good co-op they have going as well. Along the near side, sent out. Here come the Vikings. Sent across by Kelly. Rivera trying to knock it back up the ice. Finnegan with it. She'll take it around. Kelly sends it back. Approaching 20 seconds left in this first period. Perdone's pass intercepted. Looking for a shot here. Into traffic and diverted. And then sent wide off by Whitman. Rivera getting in there. Another good send away. And that'll do it for the first period. After one period of play, it is Hopkinton Dover Sherborne 0, East Bridgewater 0. Tommy, looking like a nice even matchup out there. We should have a good battle here tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be a good battle looking into the second and third periods. Can't wait to see a goal scored here. We'll see what happens.
You are tuned in to Hopkinton Dover Sherborne Girls Co-op Hockey on HCAM's second period coming up next.
HCAM is supported by our viewers. Thank you. And by the Hopkinton Independent newspaper and online news site. The newspaper reaches 100% of the homes and businesses in town, and the website is updated daily with exclusive Hopkinton content. Readers can receive a daily newsletter and breaking news alerts via email.
Saturday morning cartoons are back. Every Saturday at 8 a.m., HCAM's Toon Time has an hour of classic cartoons, from Betty Boop to Superman to Popeye to Bugs Bunny and more. You'll see your old favorites and discover new ones. So tune in to Toon Time, Saturdays at 8, and start your weekend off with a laugh.
On Tuesday, January 9th, Hiller Swimming hosted Dedham. Maureen and John Belger were on the call.
5.5. And did you hear the second score? 5.5, 5.5. 6 1/2, 6 for Eve. Very nice. All right. Come on, Maya. All right, very nice. Finishing strong. Come on, Natalie. Come on, Caleb. All right, so Caleb is a senior, as we said, and a captain. Jack Kelly is a junior, and Samartha is a freshman here on the team. Nice swim by Caleb Burke.
The Hiller boys took the 82-41 victory, grabbing their first win of the season. They are now 1-3. Hiller girls fell to Dedham 78-97. Hiller girls are now 2-2 on the season. Also that Tuesday, Hiller girls basketball hosted Dover Sherborne. Steve Spector and myself were on the call. It was a 9-6 Hiller lead heading into the second quarter.
Here's Paharic. Davies now. Gets it out to Flanagan. Down the lane. Past the defender. Count it.
Tough one. Left-handed. On the change of possession down here, they are always looking for a double and a trap, and they've had a handful of
Hills for three, yes. Erica Hills knocks it down, and we're knotted up at 15 apiece.
Good game.
Up for three is Restagini. That's no good. Ends up in the arms of Paharic.
Yes.
Down the lane, yes.
Big one, and that'll do it.
Good finish for the Hillers.
Another back and forth quarter. Hillers led it 21-17 heading into the third quarter.
Certainly is, and you'd expect a timeout relatively soon if this Hiller momentum keeps up, and it will keep up in a big way. Finnegan with her second bucket of the third quarter. Hills with it, gets it over to Leah Hills, now coming in from the corner, stripped away.
There it is.
Hillers have it. Davies feeds it to Restagini. Restagini to the rack, up and in with the left hand she goes.
Big hoop, big hoop.
Hillers outscored Dover Sherborne in the third quarter, 14-2. Dominant defense and good shooting would propel the Hillers to grab the win over Dover Sherborne, 42-28. Hillers improved to 7-2 with the win. The Hillers followed up with a 51-36 road loss against a tough Medway team and currently stand at 7-3 overall. On Wednesday, January 10th, Hiller Wrestling hosted Norton in their senior day match. Here's a look. Norton ended up winning a very good battle, 40-42. Hiller Wrestling is now 1-3 on the season and has a number of big tournaments coming up. Congratulations to the seniors. Also that Wednesday, Hiller Boys Hockey hosted a very young Bellingham team, and the Hillers got things going early.
Now it's working. Gervais has it, able to send it out, but says it's a Merkel who puts it in, and the Hillers strike back. into the neutral zone is Merkel. Here comes Hayward. Hayward racing in towards the net. Backhands it. 5-hole. Go Hillers! Here comes Resnick. Sends it over. Ian Tosca with a backhander. And that is going to be another goal. Whitey and Tosca backhands it in. So Merkel slices it up the ice to Adams. He has a breakaway. Closing in. Backhander. He pops it in. What a beauty from Jake Adams.
Hillers outscore Bellingham 4-1 in the first period and take the game by a final of 10-2. Hiller boys also followed up with a 3-2 road win over Norton and currently stand at 7 wins, 1 loss, and 2 ties on the season.
Actually, just the glory. We asked 100 fourth graders, what is a state in the western part of the United States?
Come on, world map, where are you? Confident.
Confident?
Very confident, apparently.
Fabulous. I'm Siddhi Danda, and I'll see you there.
Welcome back into the New England Sports Center. We are ready for the second period between the Hopkinton-Dover-Sherborne Co-op and the East Bridgewater Co-op. Tom Nappy alongside Tommy Gaterna on the call, John Ritz on camera. Good back and forth game so far. We have switched ends. Hillers working right to left across your screen as right off the bat we'll get an icing. We'll get a face-off 11 seconds in the Hiller zone. Avery Bent in there for the Hillers. As that shot diverted off of Perdoni, into the corner it goes. Perdoni coming away with it. Some back and forth along the end boards. Perdoni sends it up the far side, now across to Rivera. The puck will float into Vikings territory. Some slick ice out there with the Zamboni fresh off. Here comes the Vikings. Looking to approach, and a nice break up there by Callie Arthur got in the way. We saw Abby Grotman and Grace Ogilvy coming up the ice, and Callie Arthur able to split up the give and go. Along the near side. Getting in the middle of that one, Barroso sends it into Vikings territory. Along the corner now, trying to gather it up, O'Connor. She'll send it around to the far side. Some back and forth here. Lucy Jean gets in there. With it is Lomnicki, who sends it up and around. Kelly bangs it off the boards. Sent back to the neutral zone by Caitlin Kelly. Here comes Lucy Jean trying to work up the near side. They're keeping a lot of defenders around Lucy Jean as she has a whole lot of speed. Arthur sends it towards the end boards. And one thing this Hiller team has really improved on is not letting the puck come to them, attacking the puck and being aggressive, and it has just continued to get better and better as the season has gone on.
Absolutely. It showed in this first and second period now. These girls have learned to attack in the offensive zone, and we got to contribute to putting shots on the net and having a few of them drop for them.
Actually, last season they snuck into the playoffs for the first time in program history, which was great to see. Sent to the near side. Hennigan. And they're still within range despite the fact they only have one win because of the competition they play. They play a lot of, there's only 2 divisions in girls hockey. They play a lot of D1 teams. If they could put together a couple of wins, they might be able to sneak in once again. Trying to work up the far side. Bent sends it forward. They're ranked, I believe, 39th. Top 32 automatically get in. And a couple of wins could move you a long way up those rankings.
Well, these Hopkinton girls, ladies, they certainly show that they can put on a show for their fans here. So they're very aggressive in the offensive zone. I think they could do it, Tom, if they just string together a few more wins.
Absolutely, and someone lost the stick there. We're going to get a delayed penalty on East Bridgewater as
looks like a slash,
Grotman
Tom.
lost the stick, and it's going to be covered up by Spooner as quickly approaching was Perdoni.
That's going to be a trip.
I think there was a little toss there before this stick
Yeah,
came out.
unfortunately, Abigail Grotman got her stick in between a Hiller girl, and she came tumbling down. So we got our first penalty of the game. Let's see if the girls from Hopkinton can capitalize on it.
And during the break, we were talking about Courtney Spooner, the goaltender for East Bridgewater, and She doesn't graduate till 2028, which means she's an 8th grader. So very impressive. An 8th grade starting goalie, and she's doing a good job. Along the far side.
Nice hip check.
We might get a call here in favor of East Bridgewater. We will. Give you another trip. Callie Arthur. That's not what you want to do there, Tommy. You get the power play and give it right back.
Yeah, unfortunately, she interfered. She lost her footing, lost the puck, and the East Bridgewater Viking was going up the boards, and unfortunately, she just gave her a hip check, and you can't do that. That's interference.
So we have a 4-on-4 for the next minute, 48 seconds.
This should open up the ice a bit, Tom.
Yep. Along the near side corner, trying to come out with it, Sweeney. Puck gets away. Along the far side now. Sweeney sends it out, sent away by Perdoni. Shot from the top of the circle into traffic, turned away by Cholera. Good save there. Here goes Sweeney. For correction, that's 21, Carabin. Sweeney now with it along the corner. Coming out with it. Nice job getting the stick in there by Finnegan. Hiller is trying to work it up the near side. Puck squirts out. Jean gets a stick on it. Kelly sends it up. Popped off the boards by Finnegan. 50 seconds left of the 4-on-4. And then East Bridgewater will have the man advantage for about 10 seconds. Racing in. Perdoni getting in the way of Kelly. Sends it out. Perdoni there to intercept the attempted shot by Bain. Along the far side, Byler. 2-on-1. Byler sends it over. Avery Benn with a shot. It's just a little wide. And then she'll send it back towards the net, and it'll come over to the near side boards. Intense pressure there.
Looks like Courtney Spooner stood her ground again in net.
Yeah, Byler and Bent were coming up with authority. Shot just a little off the mark. 5-on-4 for the next 10 seconds. Racing in is Carabin. 5-on-4 has expired. There's a shot. Turned away by Cholera. There was a secondary touch. Hiller's trying to clear. And did the net come dislodged?
Looks like it did, yes.
It looks like we're going to have... Yeah, it did indeed. So an official's timeout there. We'll get a face-off with 9:25 left to go in the second period. Well, Tommy, you're seeing the Vikings build up a little pressure in this second period.
Absolutely. I think these girls have something to prove. They can, adjust to Hopkinton's pressure, and they can put pressure of their own on them.
Sent around by Gropman. Puck squirts out. O'Connor sends it flying. Gropman trying to bring it around. Gets tied up with Finnegan behind the net. Vikings looking for a shot here. It was a nice setup for Emma Russo. Sent to the far side by Arthur. Pass in the Hiller territory diverted. Back and forth we go. Along the near side, Gropman. She lost it briefly as Hennigan got in front of her. Sent over by O'Connor. Arthur there to intercept. Callie Arthur looking to approach. Sends it back. And it's sent up by Kelly, and the puck ended up out of play off the protective netting. We get a face-off at 8:24. Left to go in the second period. On the face-off is gone against Whitman. There's a shot turned away. Nice shot there by Rivera.
Another good save by Spooner.
Coming up the near side, Sweeney looking to approach. Can't get by Finnegan. Nice defensive maneuver there. Jammed up along the corner now.
Ooh.
And it ends up out to the far side after a couple of touches. Back to Vikings territory. Carabin trying to clear. Runs into a couple Hillers. Into the neutral zone now. No one there for Sweeney. We're racing up the far side. That is bent. Backhander turned away. Or correction, that was Finnegan up the far side. Getting that nice shot off. Sent out. Finnegan. And another good save there by Spooner. Here comes the Vikings. Off the boards goes Bain. Poking it off the glass, Finnegan. Sent back towards the slot, looking for a shot, Bain, and it's going to be wide. Back and forth along the far side boards. There's Rivera sending it up. Hiller's in the midst of a change. Rivera trying to sneak in there. It's covered up by Spooner.
And Spooner happy to see a face-off in her own end. Calm things down a bit.
Off the face-off. Arthur gets a shot on it. Some mustard on that one. Hennigan, oh, got by her. Along the near side, hoping to escape with it. Ogilvy. Ogilvy sends it out. There's a shot turned away by Cholera. Good shot by Grotman. Ogilvy set her up well, but a very good save by Cholera. Now another shot turned away. Hiller's looking to clear, but the Vikings not making it easy. Along the right circle now. Ogilvy is swinging a miss there. Puck squirts out, and coming away with it are the Hillers. Here comes Byler. She sends it out. Rivera going to be diverted. Defender just getting in front of her in time. Sent up by Hennigan. O'Connor crosses it off the boards, and we'll get an icing. 5 minutes, 30 seconds left to go in the second period. We saw part one of our Hiller highlights during the first intermission. Stay tuned during the second intermission for part two of last week's Hiller highlights. The Vikings come out with it. Getting in the way, Lucy Jean. She has some moves. Off the boards goes Lemnicki. Puck squirts out, tracking it down, Pickering. Moves it up the far side. Off the boards goes Perdoni. Some good back and forth here. Here comes French. We're under 5 minutes left in the period now. French sending it out, no one there. And it's taken by Lucy Jean. Trying to put on the moves, takes it over to the far side. Go backhand it around, picked up behind the net by Barroso. Back to the neutral zone, Perdoni sends it to Barroso. We're gonna have it offsides. East Bridgewater making a line change. Barroso up against Bain. For those of you wondering about the playoff football game, because you're watching this game, which is more important, the Ravens lead the Texans 24-10.
All those sports bettors out there, Tom.
Along the near side. Berdoni. But of course, you gotta. This game has to be the priority, I would say.
I would say this takes precedent, absolutely.
Barroso sends it up. It's not like it's the Patriots playing. Along the near side, Arthur into traffic she goes. Bain with it. Bain doing battle with Barroso. Along the near side now. Puck squirts out, sent up by Kelly. Kelly trying to keep it in Vikings territory. Berdoni will swing it around. Into the neutral zone. Along the near side, Finnegan trying to move it up. Good pass by Rivera. She finds Byler. Byler diverted. And we'll have, I believe, an offsides, a 2:52 left to go.
Tom, a lot of back and forth in this game, a few scoring chances for each team, but evenly matched. I could see something breaking out here in the next 2:52 to kind of set this game apart.
Yeah, it seems like a very even matchup. Could certainly go either way, but certainly a winnable matchup if you're the Hillers. And that's what they're hoping for this afternoon. Into Vikings territory. Kelly brings it around. And a nice steal there by Bent. Takes a shot, secondary shot, wrapped up by Spooner. Well, Avery Bent just picking the pocket there and got a nice shot off. Good save, though, by the 8th grader, Courtney Spooner.
Courtney Spooner, again, has to come up big and ringing the bell. Two good scoring chances for the home team here, the Hillers. And Courtney, again, has been on top of things.
Barroso up against Bain. She got tied up. There's a backhander towards the net. Glove save. Spooner off the Lucy Jean shot. We'll do it again. Tied up. Lucy Jean coming out with it, and contesting her was Kelly. Off the boards it goes. Here comes the Vikings racing up the ice. Grotman. Berdoni trying to get in front of her. Grotman sends it out. Berdoni sends it back towards the boards. Along the far side now. Berdoni getting tied up. Good battle here. Into Hiller territory. Lumnicki trying to backhand it up the ice. There's a wrister, and that is turned away. There's a good shot by Riley Bain, who just slipped in there. Sent around off the stick of Francione. And pass up the ice there by Kelly. Intercepted, looking for a shot off the mark by Bain. Berdoni comes out with it. Good feed to Grotman, and the puck deflects. Glove save, Cholera. But just as Grotman was about to get the shot off, I believe it was Berdoni got the stick in there to deflect it. 1 minute, 1 second left to go in this back and forth second period. Back and forth along the far side. Byler gets a piece of it. Here comes Avery Bent. Bent sends it over to Byler, looking for the shot deflected. Trying to stuff it in now. And it's sent away. Finnegan sends it to the corner. Puck squirts out, and it'll be tied up by Spooner. Good cover there by Spooner. We'll get a face-off at 26 seconds left in the period. Oh, it's stolen away. Here comes Sweeney. Getting in front of her just in time. Finnegan. Along the far side, Kelly. Into the neutral zone. French sends it over. Backhanded towards the slot. And that'll do it for the second period. Tommy, another back and forth second period. And good defensive battle we got going here. Still very much anyone's game as we are scoreless heading to the third. Absolutely.
It should be a fun one going into the last period. Look for this to be anybody's hockey game. These girls are fighting hard. Let's check it out coming up.
You are tuned in to Hopkinton Dover Sherborne Girls Varsity Hockey on HCAM.
HCAM is supported by our viewers. Thank you. And by the Hopkinton Independent newspaper and online news site. The newspaper reaches 100% of the homes and businesses in town, and the website is updated daily with exclusive Hopkinton content. Readers can receive a daily newsletter and breaking news alerts via email.
Saturday morning cartoons are back. Every Saturday at 8 a.m., HCAM's Toon Time has an hour of classic cartoons, from Betty Boop to Superman to Popeye to Bugs Bunny and more. You'll see your old favorites and discover new ones. So tune in to Toon Time, Saturdays at 8, and start your weekend off with a laugh.
On Thursday, January 11th, Hiller Alpine Ski participated in their first meet of the year. Here's a look.
Time for bid number 1012. Sophia White, 33.96 on the red course. Number 812, Lucy Graham from Hopkinton. Time for number 415, Nikita Metcalf, 27.76 on the blue course. Number 113, Scott Cronin from St. John's.
For the Hillers on the girls' side, Annalie Krantz finished third place, Lucy Mado finished 11th, and Lila Mado finished 13th place. On the boys' side, JB Flynn finished 11th place, Barry O'Brien finished 15th, and Patrick Meehan finished 24th. On Friday, January 12th, the 5-2 Hiller boys basketball team battled the 4-4 Medway Mustangs in a cross-TVL matchup.
With a pair of defenders on him, having a little trouble, gets it away, ball knocked away, and a turnover for the Hillers. Pantera to the rack, count it. And Ellie taking it up over to Marcinowski. Back to the wing, long three, Pantera, yes! Sam Pantera knocking down his second three of the game.
The Hillers outscored Medway in a backhand fourth first quarter, 17-15.
Iannelli behind the back dribble. Feeds it to Willison. Now Pantera along the corner, drives baseline. Great feed to Del Ponte, who lays it in off the fingertips. Iannelli over to Dedejian. Down the lane, feeds it over, up, and no good there. Grabs the rebound, Marcinowski for the putback. That's no good. Batted in the air, and Pantera puts it back up, no good. Puts it up a third time, no good. Hillers still have it as it's collected by Cho. Dedejian driving in for the jumper, and they get the bucket. Wow!
Another back-end fourth quarter. In the second frame, Hillers outscored Medway 15-11 and led 32-26 heading into the second half.
Really a little bit more of a defensive affair, as you would expect from a good defending team like Medway. Del Ponte for three, count it! Kept in play, but the Hillers collect. It was good hustle by Parlin, but no one there for Medway. Iannelli knocks down a three.
Hillers open it up in the third quarter and outscore Medway 21-14. Heading into the fourth quarter, it was a 53-40 Hiller lead, and that would prove to be too much for Medway to overcome as the Hillers took the win 72-56. The Hiller boys improved to 6-2 on the season, and a big congratulations to Hopkinton Hillers boys basketball head coach Tom Keene, who earned his 300th career win with the victory, a tremendous accomplishment by Coach Keene. On Saturday, January 13th, Hillers Dover Sherborne Girls Co-op Hockey hosted Ursuline Academy. The Hillers fell early 1-0, but came back in a big way.
Approaching out in front, backhander, and it is put in. Barroso on the third attempt, able to backhand it in glove side. Sent out by Bent. Here come the Hillers. Lucy Jean is going to get it over to Barroso, and Barroso chips it in. Just a beauty of a feed. Perdoni flying up the ice. Approaching, backhander, count it! Reese Perdoni! Reese Perdoni out of Dover Sherborne flew right up the far side. Gets in front of the net, backhands it 5-hole. A 3-1 Hiller lead.
The Hillers strike for 3 goals in the first period and took a 3-1 lead heading into the second period.
Matched up with Zarcy. Zarcy comes away with it, sends it over to Clifford. Clifford takes a shot and puts it in.
Ursuline Academy gets one back, and it's a 3-2 Hopkinton DS lead heading into the third period.
Along the far side, here she goes. Flying up the ice, towards the net, takes it, yes! Lucy G gets the breakaway and puts it in.
Lucy Jean strikes with the finisher, and Hopkinton Dover Sherborne picks up the 4-2 win. Hillers collect their first win of the season and now stand at 1-9-1 overall. Congratulations to first-year head coach Ron Chin on his first career win at the helm.
Actually, just the glory. We asked 100 fourth graders, what is a state in the western part of the United States?
Come on, world map, where are you? Confident.
Confident?
Very confident, apparently.
Fabulous. I'm Sidney Donda, and I'll see you there.
Welcome back into the New England Sports Center. We are ready for the third period of this girls varsity hockey matchup. Hopkinton, Dover, Sherborne, and East Bridgewater still scoreless as we enter the final 15 minutes of regulation. Tom Nappy alongside Tommy Gaturna on the call, John Ritz on camera. Happy to be with you on this Saturday evening. That is sent up by Arthur. Hiller is working left to right across your screen for this third period. Sent up by Finnegan. Trying to wrist it up the ice there was Kelly. Finnegan pokes it out and sent away. Wrapping it around there, Callie Arthur. Kelly sends it up. Pass by Finnegan. Arthur connects with Barroso. Barroso to Arthur. There's a shot deflected away. Defender just getting a piece of it. Coming around now, Spooner. It's Rachel Spooner. Battle along the far side. Sent over by Carabin. Puck squirts out into Hiller territory, and we'll have an icing.
So we got a fresh sheet of ice here, Tom. Anything could happen early. Look for a scoring opportunity on both ends of the ice here.
Yeah, towards the beginning of the period is when you're going to get those long sendaways and with the ice still moist. Along the near side. Perdoni intercepts and gets into the corner. She took some contact, wrapped around by Cindy French. Top of the circle, Lemnicki sent away. Lemnicki trying to battle for it. Lucy Jean sends it over, gets by Perdoni. Perdoni pops it off the boards. Lemnicki with it, trying to keep possession as she's being contested. Jammed up along the near side boards now. Squirts out and then sent back up by Barroso. Here come the Hillers. Lemnicki gets it over to the far side. Lucy Jean looking to approach. Top of the circle, shot deflected. Lucy Jean sends it out. She was looking for Barroso there. Getting in the way was Whitman. Vikings looking to take it up the ice, but the Hillers have other ideas. Lucy Jean with it. There's a shot and a glove save by Spooner. We're going to face off at 12:07 left to go in the third. Along the near side. Here comes Whitman. And getting in her way, Callie Arthur. Arthur will wrap it around. And that, I think, is going to be a penalty. Cross-check, I believe. So the Hillers look to be going on the power play, and they will indeed. Heading to the box, that is
elbow,
Kate
Tom.
Carabin.
You don't hear that one called too often, elbow.
Well, it is a rule.
It is. Not one used very often, but we'll take it. We'll take it at this point.
Absolutely. So the Hillers with a big opportunity here. Scoreless game, they're on the power play. 1 minute and 50 seconds remaining on that power play. Bent sends it over. Pass up the ice by Finnegan. Popped off the boards by Kelly. Sent back now by Arthur. Kelly brings it around. Wrists it up the far side. Good send away. Along the end boards, Arthur. Here goes Callie Arthur. Sends it out. Barroso couldn't get there in time. Hiller's looking for some pressure here. A minute left on the power play. Lucy Jean sends it back. And she'll keep it. Takes a shot, and it's wide. Arthur puts that off a defender. Then wristed up the ice by Barroso and sent away. Here comes Finnegan. Finnegan getting tied up by Sweeney. Sent towards the Hiller net, brushed away by Cholera. Great send away there by the Vikings. 25 seconds left on the power play. Kelly into the neutral zone, stopped by Finnegan. Goes near side with it. Sent up by Arthur. Kelly pops it off the boards. Russo trying to gather it up. The power play has expired. Taking it around the net is McPherson, and it's sent away by Finnegan. Kelly sends it over. There's a wrister, turned away by Cholera. Trying to come up the ice was Hennigan. She's diverted. Now along the far side, Rivera takes the shot off a defender. It goes to the end boards. And that's sent out of play by Kelly. 9:03 left to go in regulation. Well, still plenty of time left, but if we should see overtime, it would be the first overtime that Hopkins and Dover Sherborne have seen since their home opener against Medway. The result of that game was a 3-3 tie. I don't think you'll get that result today. Much more defensive affair. Here comes the Vikings. Bain with it. Along the near side now. And nice interception by Perdoni. Vikings trying to move it back up. Sent away. Here comes Barroso. Barroso matched up with Carabin. And both of them get tripped up. And we have an injury. Looks like Kate Carabin's a little shook up. 8:17 left to go. They will check on the injured player. We'll step aside on HCAM. So the injured player is up and moving around. Certainly a great sign to see. Kate Carabin took a hard hit into the corner there and took her a while to get up, but she is up and moving around. Certainly great to see. Always a scary instance there when you have those hits in the corner.
Yeah, it looks like
to be good.
Looks like some sort of shoulder injury, Tom. Hopefully she'll be all right.
We're just about ready to resume. 8:17 left to go in this third period. We are still scoreless. But we certainly wish Kate Carabin well and hope that it's nothing serious and she recovers very quickly. Along the near side corner, Barroso comes out with it. Lucy Jean sends it over. Popped off the boards by Hennigan. Here's Barroso. She's diverted. And it'll be covered up by Spooner. We'll get a face-off at 7:49 left to go in the third period. Avery Bent sends it over. Callie Arthur in the high slot. Into the corner. Barroso trying to dig it out. Or Rivera, rather. Getting in there as well, Byler, and the Vikings come out with it. Callie Arthur pops it off the boards. Here comes East Bridgewater. Working her way up the ice, that is Ogilvy. Back and forth we go in the neutral zone. Now coming away with it, McPherson. Looking to approach. Getting in the way, Perdoni. McPherson sends it to the slot, and a backhander. Good save off the Grotman shot by Riley Cholera. Well, Abby Grotman had a good look on that one and ended up getting a pretty hard backhander off, but Callie Arthur able to wrap it up.
Absolutely. Great awareness by the goaltender there.
Riley Cholera, a sophomore out of Nipmuc, has done tremendous between the pipes for the Hiller girls this season. Along the near side, puck squirts out. Now with it is Lumnicki. She'll move it up into Vikings territory. Vikings trying to move it back into Hiller territory. Here comes Whitman, and Whitman doing battle along the near side. Hillers get it back. Lucy Jean racing up the far side. Closing in, takes it, turned away. Finnegan, back to Jean. Jean of Finnegan. Finnegan looking to get it into the slot area. Along the near side now. Taking it up is Russo. Popped off the boards. And Barroso trying to move it back into Vikings territory. Finnegan with it. Sends it up the far side. Jean. Putting on the moves. Puts it towards the net, and it's going to be scooped up by Spooner.
Another good save by Spooner there, Tom. Hoppington putting on the pressure.
She's been busy in that today and has come up huge for East Bridgewater. 5:29 left to go in the third period. Callie Arthur would have liked to get a little more under that one. Riley Bain coming up the far side. Bean gets tied up. Into the neutral zone now. McPherson. Byler got a piece of it. The Hillers have certainly, I'd say overall, won the possession battle. They've gotten more shots on net and a little more pressure. But of course, with a scoreless game, that doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is who gets the goal.
That's right.
Along the near side. Sent into Vikings territory by Byler. Here comes the Vikings. There's a wrister and a glove save by Cholera. On that shot, it was Grace Ogilvy, the senior out of Bridgewater, Raynham. .432 left to go here in regulation. This game shall remain tied. We will have a 5-minute overtime. Nice interception there by Barroso, and Barroso lost her balance. Might we have a trip here? And we will indeed. Hillers are going on the power play. Heading into the box on the tripping call is Cindy French. Well, big opportunity here.
Absolutely, not much time left. You got about 4 minutes left on a 2-minute power play, Tom. This could certainly end things if there's a goal.
Jean with a shot turned away, and then Bent comes crashing in, and it's covered up.
Courtney Spooner again, Tom.
Tremendous goaltending. Perdoni gets it over. Wrister, and that was deflected. Nice steal by Jean. Towards the net, off a defender it goes. Wristed up the ice by Grootman. 1.5 minutes left on the Hiller power play. Along the near side. Oh, we're going to have it off sides here? Oh, no, we may have an injured player.
Uh-oh.
We have a shooken up East Bridgewater player. And it was Kara Sweeney who's being helped off the ice. Certainly hope she's okay. And it looks like potential leg injury there. She had was limping off the ice, being helped by her teammates. Certainly hope it's nothing serious. Along the far side. 1:13 left on the Hiller power play. Bent moves it up. Lucy Jean trying to work her magic. There's a shot, glove save, Spooner. A nice shot there by Jean, who got a good breakaway, but Spooner ready for it. Oh, it's put in! What a shot there by Lucy Jean. Right off the face-off.
Can't go any better than that, right off the face-off. Looks like Spooner was a little bit stunned by that shot.
I was a little bit stunned by that shot. The score comes at 3:08 left to go in the third period, and Hopkinton DS able to take advantage of the power play.
Absolutely.
Getting a look at the replay, that was right off the face-off, just rolled right to her, and she's able to pop it in. A tremendous break for the Hillers, but now the question is, can they hold the lead? And actually, correction, that was actually Mary Finnegan on the score, number 17 for the Hillers. So Mary Finnegan on the nice shot on the deflection off the face-off. We'll get a face-off in Hiller territory at 2:43 left to go with the icing call. But now here's the toughest part, holding that lead. You know, the Vikings are going to throw everything they got at you along the end boards. Out in front, deflected away. Sent up the ice by Byler. And that'll be an icing as it goes just to the left of the net. The Hillers hoping to grab their second win of the season, but they got 2:27 left to hold this lead. Puck squirts out, sent to the far side by Finnegan. Popped off the boards, back into Vikings territory it goes. And now East Bridgewater has a 3-on-2 coming up the ice. Sent out from the corner by Grotman, then sent back to the near side. Good defense there. Here comes Rivera. Savannah Rivera backhands it towards the net.
Penalty.
And might we have a call here? We will indeed. It'll be the tripping call against Lauren McPherson. So the Hillers back on the power play. And that's for the remainder of regulation. Puck sent out. Perdoni. Over to the corner. Perdoni puts it towards the net, covered up by Spooner. We're going to get a timeout call. 1:39 left to go. Hopkinton DS leading it 1-0, courtesy of a Mary Finnegan goal on the power play. Can they hold the lead? We shall find out. You are tuned in to Hiller Girls Varsity Hockey on HCAM. Off the timeout, 1:39 left to go. Hopkinton, Dover, Sherborne up 1-0. Can they hold the lead? They are on the power play. Along the corner, oh, big collision there. Lucy Jane out in front of the net and couldn't get the shot off. Sends it over Finnegan, back to Jean. Jean, Finnegan. Finnegan puts it towards the net, turned away. Secondary shot, it's in! Goal for the Hillers. And that was Maddie Barroso making it 2-0.
Another power play goal, Tom. This goes to show you those penalties can be costly.
They certainly can, and Hopkinton over Sherborne making East Bridgewater pay for it. They now lead it 2-0. Along the near side. They're also getting in the way. East Bridgewater desperately looking for some pressure. Under a minute left to go. Sent away. East Bridgewater has pulled their goaltender. And they're going to bring her back because we'll get a face-off off the icing call. 44 seconds left to go. Avery Bent up against Riley Bain. Jammed up along the end boards. And the Hillers at this point can just play some keep away. And we'll have an offsides call. Face-off comes at 26 seconds left. Puck squirts out to the far side. Jean coming up the ice. She's going to try to tie it up in the corner, burn that clock. Squirts out. Getting in there was Rivera. And that will do it. Hopkinton over Sherborne takes advantage of a couple power play opportunities. They net 2 goals in the third period, and they take it 2-0. A good win for the Hillers, Tommy.
Absolutely, a lot of great goaltending in this game, but unfortunately for the visiting team, the two costly penalties were the only difference in this game.
Absolutely. Mary Finnegan and Maddie Barroso had the goals for the Hillers, and they are now 2-10-1 on this season. They'll pick up some points in the MIA standings, and it'll move them a step or two closer to potentially picking up a playoff spot, as they are very much in the mix. But that is going to do it for our coverage here today. For John Ritz on camera, my broadcast partner Tommy Gaterna, I'm Tom Nappy. The final score is Hopkinton over Sherborne 2, East Bridgewater 0. We thank you for watching Hopkinton Hillers Girls Varsity Hockey on HCAM. Take care, enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll talk to you again soon. Goodbye, everybody.